Tyra, I want to make you an offer you can't refuse.
Very much so. Am I going to be sleeping with the fish or what? This music in this intro.
Hey everybody, come on in the room. Come on in the room. We are back tonight to back again tonight to talk Tulsa King, the season 3 premiere. I dragged Tyra over here in these streets, so let's just try it. Let's just try it, friend. It's a easy watch for the most part, and so we are back to talk about it. Tyra, how are you doing? And are you ready to talk the general, Dwight Manfredi, and them people?
Not the white man, Freddie. Yeah, yeah, I'm ready. I love me some Sylvester, so I can't wait to talk about this show.
Yay. And he's aging so well. I really love that for him. I really do. But y'all, let me say hello really quick to the people in the building. Tremaine, first in. Hey. Hope you're having an amazing Monday night. And yes, hit that subscribe button. Hit that like and share on both channels. Okay? Thank you. Hey, Anakin, not Vader. Let's get into it. Hey, Tony T, what's going on? Hey, pretty girl, what's happening? Thank y'all for coming back. We are going to dive right in, Tyra, to where we always go first. I want to know from you immediately. What were your overall thoughts? And so, since you're kind of new to the show, you've just recently binged it. Talk to me about your thoughts on the show and this premiere episode for season 3.
It's so unserious, but it took me a minute. This does in a way quench my thirst for. I love a good mafioso, Martin Scorsese, Goodfellas, Godfather type of film, and we don't really, get those anymore. It's a bygone era. So this does fulfill that in a way. There's an abundance of crime in Tulsa that just continues to spew out every season. You never know where they're coming from. I don't mind this show though. It's like a popcorn show. You throw it on, you watch it. It's fulfilling. You kind of get here and you know what to expect. I feel like it toes the line of having just enough depth to where it's not downright like a comedic parody, but it's not so serious that we can't have these comedic undertones in the show or have an annoyance of characters who I will get to that piss me off. But I don't mind the show. It's not bad.
Yay! And I told you it's very much a casual weekly watch. Like, oh, let me just turn it on and see what they doing over there in Tulsa this week, because it's nonsensical at times, because you done took this man's ganja shop over and told him what he gonna do and made everybody your employees. Dwight, please. But as far as season 3, the opening, I'm interested. We got some new blood in the field, some new enemies, and Dwight is going to be under the most pressure now, because he's working for the man every night and day. This first episode was entitled Blood and Bourbon. The general is back in the fight, and in tonight's focus, baby, we just covering what happened in this episode. Okay, let's get right into it. As it opens up, Dwight is in custody. We know that after the finale of season 2, he had been absconded with, and people came in busting heads. I'll bust your head to the white meat, and took him somewhere. We had no clue what was going on, and find out that FBI agent Musso has forced Dwight into cooperation. He's made threats against the crew, against the family. Dwight is cornered. Tyra, I need to know from you, does Dwight have any options?
I mean, every time he thinks he does, he doesn't. I knew it was over. I think that last episode of last season was like, oh, we can finally be legit and live our lives. Everybody's, yeah, we can walk righteous. Yeah, no more crime. It's like, yeah, no. We've been watching you this entire time. Where he would have options if this was just your regular hood opponent, yeah, we're from the same cloth. We're all just your common. No, this is the police. This is the police, who seems to have him under their thumb. And the only thing that's going to get him out of this is a fellow police. I'm like, is his old girl from, a couple of seasons past? Is she going to
Mm.
pull up and save you, D white man from town? Is she going to pull up and help you out? Because he can't deal with this like he would deal with anybody and get this street justice because I'm Dwight. No, you have to abide. Are we going to lock you up as well as everybody you love? I don't know.
Everybody you love, and basically we know you caught that body. Dwight gonna say it was a mercy unaliving. It was a mercy. He was chained to the radiator. He was burning up. Listen, I did what I needed to do. The agent said, "Listen, if you don't do right by us, everything you even think about gonna fail, Dwight. And you thought your 25 years before was bad that you just did. It's going to get worse." So now Dwight heads back to Tulsa, and the gang's all here. Tyson's there, Bodie is there. Tyson, Big Lou, Goody, Margaret, everybody's there. Tyra, what did you think about him coming back and everybody's response and Tyson's new look?
I cannot stand Tyson with a passion.
He's so
I
so
cannot. I was like, there is no way in hell in at least, 3 seasons that a character like Tyson doesn't grow on you. He's an embarrassment to blacks everywhere. I need him to go. He gotta go. He gotta go. He gotta be dealt with. I hate his character so much.
Oh,
I've never
oh.
seen anybody go out of their way so hard to be an ignorant, degenerate crime lord. Sir, please. And then you ain't even that. That ain't even on you. I don't even smell it on you. Please, weakness, weak sauce. But everybody is here as to be expected. Everybody was acting normal. Maybe old girl who was all mad down at the ranch. I said, girl, no. You try to be outside, remember? How you gonna be mad when the feds roll up when you knew what this was when you got with me? She's like, yeah, I like that. It's a little sexy. I'm taking a walk on the wild side. But as soon as they come in the bedroom, they came to my house, Dwight. I just don't know. This is not what I signed up for. No, you signed up for it in a big way. So when he comes knocking, I just hold me down. I just didn't understand her clutching her pearls like you didn't know who this man was before you got with him. But everybody else is acting accordingly. Because in adjacent to Tulsa, this brother, this is who we met first. Okay, Tyson is who we met first. So I'm expecting the most growth out of him. And it's just so delayed and unserious. I get what he's supposed to represent, but at this point, we're in it. I just keep waiting for his revelation or these stakes. It's like, oh, being a thug ass killer will be so fun to do. Where to sign up at? And I'm ignorant. I don't know.
And he really got no excuse. He comes from a nuclear family, honey. His father's a hard working man. And you can tell he's been raised. And it's like you still want to be this Italian man's lapdog. At the end of the day, it is very off putting. I will say that. As far as the rest of you, I like Mitch over there at the bar and the car dealership. I like Mitch. And I like Big Lou. But yeah, some of the others, I'm just like, when are you done here? But so he's back in Tulsa. He's setting new orders, and things are coming up. But alas, sister is going to take over when he steps out of the room. And she says, listen, Bodie, I need you to go with Tyson, and I need you to go do this exchange with, I think, Bella Quavia. What is that man's name? You know, the other one, the other criminal down in Oklahoma, since there's so many organized crime syndicates in Oklahoma now. And I really thought this was interesting because I was like, girl, like, oh, you big time, you gangster, you Dwight, when Dwight's not there. Tyra, was this out of character for you? And what do you see for her? Like, what do you see for sister?
I don't think I will ever just completely be here for them imposing on this man's business this way. Like, I I don't know the way that she wants to be so involved. I've been waiting, I think, since last season for her to become a shooter. If we were really going to be in it, let's be in it. I do appreciate that she's finding her way in some type of autonomy in this space that's not as involved. And I don't think he would want her to be jeopardized and compromised in that way anyway. But it's different, I need my own thing. Get it out the mud. You having your own whatever. But they consistently gone over there and what's his name?
Which one?
The shop.
Bodie.
Yeah, they just go and it's just like okay, and he's just constantly agreeable to his own detriment. We'll see how it goes. maybe this is going to be something that's going to come through on the back end because they want us to know that she's smart. She's smart. She's business savvy. She can do it too. It's not just Sylvester, okay? Oh girl who's over there with Flipper Purify. She got some things about her, okay? And she know how to do some things too. I got ideas too, and she's extremely confident in that way. Where she is where I wanted the daughter to be.
Yeah.
I wanted her to be that involved, and then she, she has that younger spirit. It felt like when we met the sister, she was just so turned off and broken because I know what comes with this life and what we've suffered, and I don't want that for you or for myself. But I mean, sister, but maybe I gotta love you from a distance. No, she's extremely involved now, but
Yeah.
it's still in a cute cookie cutter way because I'm making cookies and we're doing edibles and I'm doing business on the side of the marijuana. Nothing else though. I'm not involved with that. We shall see. But I wasn't, solely invested in her as much as the daddy daughter dynamic. I wanted her to be down with the crew and put them kids' lives in jeopardy. That's just my
That's what I wanted. Daughter gone, never to be seen again. I don't know if we'll ever see daughter again. She said, I'm back in New York, out the foolishness. And I do think it's very interesting because sister was telling him, Dwight, you can't have her around this, but I can be here. I can be here. Sign me up. Put me. It's like she's been living, she's been wanting to live out this fantasy for a long time. It definitely gives cosplaying a mob wife or something, but we'll see how it goes eventually. Margaret apparently, Tyra, by the end of the episode, shows herself to be a ride or die because Dwight, I don't give a damn what they got on you, Dwight. Who was it? What they got on you? And he's an open book with Margaret. Margaret, I'm just not good for you right now. I can't. No, Dwight, I said I'm in this. I said I'm in this. I said I choose you, Dwight. And so now, I mean, I guess they're going to ride this wave together. Is she going to help him and give him, the tips and tricks that he needs to feed the alphabet people what they need while still maintaining whatever? Or what do you think is going on in her mind? Because I thought that was very interesting from the beginning of the episode to be like, who was it and why? To now, it's like, yeah, Dwight, no matter what, I'm going to love you forever. What did you think?
Maybe she went from clutching them pearls to Big Daddy Show do me right. I ain't going nowhere. I ain't going where? Who leaving you? She's girl the way she's just like I'm not going anywhere.
I'm going
I'm not
anyway.
leaving you. Like I just need her to pick a side and stay there. I thought we were beyond clutching of any pearls or being indecisive when we buried the body in the stable. I thought it was understood, Miss Ma'am. We know exactly where we are and you know the type of man you have and who you're dealing with. I think she needs to be all in or not at all. I don't get her straddling the fence. She says she's not going anywhere. He lays it out. One thing he doesn't do, he doesn't lie to her. He doesn't
Mm-mm.
paint himself in a particular light. You know everything and then some. So even after this and them busting in her home, she says she's not going anywhere. I think she's ride or die and she's serious. I think she might catch a body for him. But the way it's being layered out, I feel like they build her up in their dynamic to cut her out of here. Because be damned if Dwight gets to be happy.
Oh Lord! Now, if they take her out, and again, the Musso, whatever his name was very adamant. Like, I'll touch anybody, Dwight. You think I can't? I will. I'll touch anyone. And of course, between her and his sister, these are the ones that are closest, that are at immediate arm's reach. Dwight gets called out of town immediately. We know what's happened to Chicky. Okay, we saw what happened at the end of season 2 with that, but now we have Silent Ray and his offer, which is basically like, yeah, Dwight, work for us. The family is still the family, and we not feeling the love. Why are you not sharing with the family? And I wanted Dwight to be like, "Ho, because y'all wasn't sharing with me. Y'all shipped me out here to do whatever, and then double crossed me, betrayed me, all of those things." But Dwight gonna stand on business one way or the other. But did we now start another interstate war here? Silent Ray's offer, Tyra. What are your thoughts? Because I was like, Silent Ray, if you don't speak up, you ain't that damn silent.
He said, "Baby doll,
Baby, don't we ready?
it's happening, baby."
He's happy.
How many times does he have to tell you guys no? We made it very clear. This would be a totally different story because I love a good mafia movie. I'm gonna be over there with Joe Pesci in them. Okay, I'm staying over there where the money resides in Robert De Niro. But most of the time we have this allegiance when who took care of your family, huh? Who
Yeah.
held you down in prison? Who put money on your
Oh,
books? came to visit? Who made sure you had fusilli on the inside? It'd be a whole bunch of that. Who made sure that your kids were untouched and well kept and maintained for 25 years? You owe us something. Y'all left him for dead.
Really,
Let a
literally.
pot. We didn't have a pot to piss in or a window to throw it out of. Like nothing. And then I get out here and you ship me off to like rid yourself of me because
Mhm.
we don't want to deal with that. It's been 25 years. Whatever we owed you, it's in the past. Like just go over there and write me off. But now that I'm finding success, I owe you guys something. I don't
Mhm.
owe you a damn thing. I don't know why we're still asking and doing it polite. It is something to fear with this man because the way that he's not going to sit down with anybody. He made sure like let me go sit down with Silent Ray. So he is another formidable opponent. As if we don't have enough.
Enough. Damn it.
It's so many. But this is, yet another person that he's not going to back down from because I'm not sharing nothing. He told
Mhm.
y'all that several times last season.
Yeah, Dwight gonna stand on big business. Like, y'all do what you need to do. I'll do what I need to do. Enter the Montague family and not Mitch having a little girlfriend. I ain't like that. I don't like this Cleo girl because who is you? And why are you over here with Mitch smiling and grinning in his face, showing all your back teeth? I don't like it. I don't like it, Cleo. Cleo. But an introduction is made and a deal is made all in this. We meet Theo and Cleo Montague, who are the distillery owners, right? And they're kind of in need of another supplier, another connect to further their business. They have a current arrangement with Jeremiah Dunmeyer, an oil and liquor magnate. He wants their land. Okay. Dwight proposes partnership instead of takeover. And immediately it's like, okay, we can do business together. Tyra, this is what we didn't need. Because Dwight, why are you always taking on new businesses? Damn it! You got the car lot, you got the bar, you got the ganja shop. What else do you need in Tulsa? Tyra, was this necessary? And where do we go from here? And is Cleo gonna be a problem?
It was necessary just so they can put a white tea woman in her face. Now, I watch enough TV, and I sat here real cute this entire time, let y'all play in my face, because I just knew that Mitch was going to be over there with the daughter. I was waiting patiently. I was like, I know we're building up to. Let's just get there, and then we freaking sneaking with the deacon hiding it because I can't tell, and then we gotta lay it in. We got hey, stakes are high. Not only we have this business this partnership, but you're with my daughter, and we know how he feels about his daughter. Let's sneak and freaking in broom closets until he catches us and finds out. I thought we were gonna have a good time over here. We didn't. We didn't. We didn't
No.
go there. I don't know if that lady had a prior engagement and she had to leave the show, but all of this just to link this woman here. The girl when she came in, I was like, who are you? Why are you here? What
Why
is it I've been waiting on
she
for
here?
two seasons?
Why?
Two seasons, like, and I should have known because we only going back Mitch and the daughter only got like the equivalent of 2 or 3 scenes together, but it felt like they were building something up. And then
Mhm.
it's just like, no, I feel like a writing or a shift happened. Baby, Dwight can never have too many businesses. Dwight want all the businesses, all the opportunities. This one would have stayed where it was because him coming in direct contact with the competition, like these are problems. Like you don't have to inherit anybody, but you have enough problems of your own. It's like who said what about the distillery? What family robbery? Yeah, it's cool. Yeah, I'm gonna offer double. Yeah, if we were gonna do this, you cannot tell me that we didn't realize what the stakes were and we weren't gonna make sure that that man was protected and the property was watched. I was like, what was it all for, sir? If we weren't gonna offer that, we knew exactly what this was, and he even knew like, oh, I know the type of man this is. He strong armed you. Yeah, like, we can do big. If we know all of that, why didn't you have big and tall stores standing at that man's door? I don't know. But now we're gonna have to see more of her, especially in her and the Mitch dynamic, because my father built the house. Now we're gonna get white woman tears because you want to get at the distillery.
And I said, well, maybe it was because the dad, Theo, was very much like, I've known Dunmeyer my whole life. We grew up together. Like maybe there wasn't this fearful moment, but there should have been. There should have been. There should have been. Meanwhile, Bodie's falling down, Tyra. I said, Bodie, why would you do this? He's been sent on a task. and conveniently chooses the wrong duffel bag at this exchange with the Kansas City people. If you remember last season, Bodie's best friend Jimmy was unalived by the Kansas City crew before we made this uneasy peace, right? We bartered for this deal. And so he wants it back in blood, Tyra. He wants it back in blood. Say you're nothing and you deserve nothing and you thank me for keeping your useless life alive. I said, Bodie, please. Bodie, go smoke something because you're really behaving recklessly. But apparently Dwight seconds this emotion when he's confronted about it. He says, listen, Bodie did what he needed to do because he lost his friend. That's how he's feeling. And I'm going to stand 10 toes down behind Bodie. Tyra, what did you think of Bodie falling down? What did it give? Because I was like, what are you doing? You're not a gangster.
Yeah, shout out to Michael Good. Go watch Falling Down. It's a wonderful film.
He's angry.
I love the fact that Dwight is going to be delusional with his gang and 10 toes down behind them, but they're going to be your downfall every single time. As if you don't have enough problems. I would think in 3 seasons we have grown enough to know the stakes and know the way that you move independently affects us all.
For sure.
Maybe the deals have been cut and done. The deaths and the bodies have been buried. This is where we are. Sorry to that man, but we've all suffered loss on all sides. Like, no, you coming here with that, add intention to something that's already uneasy. Bodie, I wanted Bodie to shoot that man. I was like, let's just go all the way there. Bodie, we got all the way here. We got really had to deal with Tyson being an imbecile in that back seat. He got to sit up. I don't know who the hell Tyson thinks he is.
Girl, did you see him wait? Girl, who are you, Tyson?
Get the damn bag. Like, we have to sit through Tyson role playing as a black gangster. We already have that. He is an imbecile. At least we could normally rely on Bodie for some sense. Seeing the bigger picture. Because Bodie is a businessman, if nothing else. No, we're leaving the bag on purpose. Also, we can get here and have this standoff and mince words and create enemies out of enemies that are already existing. Bodie, please, if you want to go pull the trigger, why are we even here? What did this do for you? He's all tortured. Unless he gonna really fall down, don't play in my face, Bodie.
She said, don't play falling down. Fall down, Bodie. Don't pretend. Then, of course, we have the confrontation between Theo and I was going to say Homelander, Peacemaker's daddy.
Girl.
Whenever I see this man in a show, I just know it's going to hell immediately. When I saw him in the shower with his prison tattoos across his back, I said, oh, he's a degenerate. He's a killadilla, and it's gonna be bad. Theo said, and this is a scene of power, a power play, because you don't never let nobody come in your house and stand up over you. You never. Listen, I don't care where you are. Don't ever let nobody come and stand up over you for no extended period of time. It's a power play, baby, and they about to take action, which is exactly what happened when Theo tells him, listen, I'm not doing it anymore. I found another partner. They're going to, partner with me. It's going to be fine. And he's like, you know what? Jeremiah, he says, Theo, I'm going to give you my blessing. I hope it works out for you. Next thing I know, we see that fine son of his, because be not mistaken, Cole Dunmeyer is fine. He's a villain, all right? But young Dunmeyer look good. Do you hear me? He's going to be a problem for Mitch too later, but we'll get into that because you see that coming from a mile around. There's definitely going to be a love triangle situation with that. As soon as Jeremiah walks out, you see them boys heading in, and it was worse than I ever could imagine. You should see this beautiful mansion up in flames like Tara from Gone with the Wind. Tyra, talk to me about this situation in Peacemaker Daddy. What did you...
I'm tired. Why don't let this man rest? First of all, you never allow the T-1000 to stand up over you. Everybody knows that. Everybody knows the way that they are going to allow Peacemaker T-1000 Daddy. They will not let him and Giancarlo Esposito rest. I be damned. Y'all will call them in every single project. Thou art a villain all our lives. In our older age, they act like these men have no other capacity than to typecast as these villains. The fact that I didn't even see this man's face and I just saw the back of his head, I said it's a T-1000. Baby daddy. I saw those ears and adjacent to those shoulders and that head. I was like, it's the T-1000. It's the same man. Why y'all keep calling him for the same job? I don't even think they give him lines anymore. He just shows up and he's villainous.
He's gonna be a villain every time.
Girl, it was the country outback first when we met him, and he was where are we? Did we travel back in time? I said, what is he doing out there? What is he doing in this podunk distillery? What is happening? I was like, oh, it's still modern day. I thought we were getting a flashback of I thought when he was like, well, your dad and your dad's dad and the business that we did with your grandfather and your father's father, we're not doing it anymore. I thought it was the great father flashback. No, it was modern day, and it was just looking podunk.
I thought we were in 1883.
Girl, we know exactly what type of energy and time that this man is going to be on. The fact that you thought you could play with the T-1000, sir, you didn't have no security. Did you not expect retaliation? Whatever. This man is this man. I at least thought Dwight, the white man from town, was going to put somebody on him. I was waiting. I was like, okay, and we roll up right about now because I'm going to protect this man, and we just embarked on this deal. No, we went in, probably beat the khakis off this man and burnt his house down.
Because you hear him screaming first, the screams. I said, oh, God, it must be bad. They're not even showing it.
I was like, and then when this happened, I was like, oh, this was like the nail in the coffin. I was like, oh, the daughter's really gone, and we're gonna put this new character in our face because she's gonna matter because this is really gonna ingratiate her. I need to be here because now I have stakes. They killed my father. I don't want that. I want the daughter, but it's fine.
Oh, Lord have mercy, Lord. And are we sure daughter wasn't at this big mansion? And in this kind of a mansion, don't you have servants and stuff? This is not a normal house to be just you here home alone, like Macaulay Culkin. I didn't like that. But now we not only really have 3 possible enemies at this point, we actually have a 4th in the FBI agent. But just for sake of the storyline, Tyra, who is the biggest threat pictured here? Is it Bevilacqua, Dunmire, or Silent Ray?
T-1000. No matter the production, no matter the film, no matter the show, it's always going to be the T-1000. He's unstoppable. He's been unstoppable since 1991. It's the T-1000. That's just what it is. That's just what he does. Silent Ray over here looking like a very old. Who does he look like? He looks like someone in this picture. He looks like an old Kiefer Sutherland. Older Kiefer Sutherland. I think over here with the deal, how do you say this? But what?
Bevilacqua. His name is
Bevilacqua?
Bill. Call him Bill. That's how I'm pronouncing it.
Bevilacqua. I think Bevilacqua has, more stakes in the situations because they do have business dealings. The most he might do is try to team up with one of these men to try to, take him down. Mm. But like being like formidable, no, I think he's proved his less of weight in gold last season. He's just in it for, business, whatever. Silent Ray is old mafia money. He's gonna try, but that involves him sending some hitters from elsewhere, and we're gonna see that coming. I think Dun T-1000 is the most. He's gonna do the most, and then he's old. I like a good old. He's matching Sylvester's old. They're both old here. They're both in those geriatric stages of life. Yeah. So they're gonna both have that same energy because it's nothing that you're gonna tell an old fool about their business. I've been in this just as long as you have, maybe longer. It's not going to be as cute as when you rubbed up on Belle or anybody else that we've met so far. He gonna eat it because this show ain't chicky, little baby chicken. This ain't none of that.
I agree. I'm going over here with Dunmire, and I will say, last season I was very deceived because white eyes, white hair is usually more formidable than he was, but he was actually a punk in season 2. Like I didn't like that. Our little, side quest villain. Of last season, Dunmire is already formidable, and I like how in the first episode we meet him, we see what he's capable of in terms of destruction. Because Dwight's had some moments, but honestly, Dwight's always kind of had the upper hand, I think, in terms of wisdom and age and, how am I going to navigate this? How am I going to lead and manage people? I think Dunmire is a more equipped I guess, arch nemesis in this situation. I'm excited to see how far they go. Because, remember the bar scene and they was blowing people up and doing the most in those seasons. So I'm very interested. Now, I will ask you because you ain't talk about him at all. But Dunmire's son Cole, what can we expect of him? Since he's the muscle apparently.
I think he's going to be in the middle. He's going to be underneath his father's thumb, but I think his Achilles heel is going to be that blonde woman.
Mm.
It's gonna have him a little indifferent. Of course, he's gonna have beef with Mitch. It's gonna get real dusty over there with Mitch because now she's supposed to want this date, not yours. Ever since high school, it's always been. It's gonna be some of that, some old rivalry. But I think he's gonna kind of lie somewhere in the middle because he didn't actually go in the house. He didn't lay any hands. He came with the information and gave it to Big Daddy Dunbar. But he didn't go in the house. He just kind of stood out like, oh, here we go. Now we got to do this because this is the family way. But how long are you going to want to be in the family way? I don't know because they killed the father. So yeah,
It'll be interesting. I'll be curious if everyone is left standing by the end of this season. Tyra, predictions.
I just love that Rocky and T1000 have been rocking since late 70s, early 80s, and I'm just expecting so much from them out of this. Like I really wish they give that man some depth. They just thou art a villain
Every time.
every time, and I would really like a villain that can last through the seasons. Every single season, it seems like they're on to the next and the new, and I think it gives you this notion of Dwight's character kind of being undefeatable. Like, oh, he's gonna rise. In the end, it gives the show this
Invincible.
predictable, yeah, this predictable quality. So I'm hoping that we kind of differ from that and he actually experiences some severe loss. He's kind of down and out when we leave off in this season. As far as the next episode, child, that white tea lady gonna be crying on Mitch's shoulder, and how could you, I asked you to save my, look what you did. We're gonna have to deal with that, which I'm not interested in. We're gonna have Dwight trying to pull up because now I gotta get it back in blood. This is my, like, there's some more problems Dwight didn't need. We already got the agent over there. When I call you, I need you to say when, where, how, and who, and what time. Like, how is this going to fit in the middle? And what creative way this season are y'all going to get Dwight from underneath that agent's thumb? Because he can't stay there.
Not for long. Not and do what he's gonna have to do to get this situation straight. I'm very interested. I really just want to know who Samuel L is going to be and when and where is he going to be introduced.
When he down
Because
and out,
when he down and out, when he at his bottom.
when Dwight down and out, like, oh, I gotta call in for reinforcements. When we do that, then that's when we're gonna call Samuel.
Well, I hope at least. I hope he checks Tyson if he comes there. Is Tyson going to live the season out? Because Tyson.
Who cares if Tyson lives the season out? Other than Michael Beach. Nobody cares. I was waiting. I sat here. I've been waiting for Tyson to grow on me. Tyson is just, I don't know. Dwight is surrounded by a couple of village idiots, but it just stings a little bit more because Tyson is a brother, and it's like you didn't have to be over there. The way he ran to be a lackey, and then he had a murderous lackey, and learn the tricks of the trade because if he came from nothing, had no options, didn't know any, like if he
I
found
understood it
down
more.
and out, and it makes sense. It doesn't make any sense for him to be there, so I can never just be like, "Oh, I hope Tyson makes it." No, I hope you get shot and your mama wear that black dress.
Lord. But no, yeah, next episode, of course, Dwight's gonna know exactly what happened, but he'll have to figure out a way to move outside of the purview of the laws because they're on him. I think it's gonna be really interesting to watch him navigate because he's kind of moved like, with reckless abandon in the earlier seasons. He's been able to do what he want, how he want, when he want, whichever way he wants. I'm curious if Margaret or his sister are gonna step into the more of a leadership role and kind of carry out some of these things while he's working. It'll be or maybe they'll barter a deal with the FBI to take down Dunmire. That would be the smartest thing I can think he would do. If he can find something incriminating and get him locked up, feed him that information, maybe that'll satisfy the quota. But as long as, we've been watching TV or movies, we know that the train never stops. Something got to stop it because if it's this thing, it's never enough is never enough for them alphabet people. You can give them one, they're gonna want another one. It's forever under their thumb until you can find a way to get from under there.
Dwight is an old school fool. Like snitching where, giving intel where. He's not. We haven't gotten to the moment because it's like if you guys have been watching this entire time and allowing these things to just happen, what do you actually like? What do you really want
What do
before?
you want?
I don't think. I think maybe Dwight will go back to jail or dead himself before he,
But if
does.
it's Dunmire and the enemy of my enemy is my friend, maybe,
Maybe, but yeah, it's gonna be Dunmire, and then it's gonna be someone else. Like this, that's just not how he rolls.
yeah.
Not to me.
Yeah, he no snitching. Snitches get stitches. Tyra, let the people know what's going on, what you got going on the rest of this week. An exciting live for all of you horror people. Go ahead.
Uh, I know tomorrow we should be getting knee deep into the rest of game. Let us be done with this. And that's what he said on Twilight. We just gonna wrap up the Game of Thrones. We have made it all the way to season 7, and I'm ready to go Infinity and Beyond and get to why y'all was so mad when season 8. That's Tuesday. Wednesday, we will be getting into him. I have some guests coming through. Him deserves a discussion because we need to talk about what didn't happen and what did. So make sure you roll up for that. We have a lot. We have a whole lot of stuff. We got Chow. What's next? What am I forgetting?
Downton. Well, we were supposed to Downton Abbey. We've got the newsroom, reasonable doubt.
Yeah, we got the newsroom, and we also have the morning show.
Oh, damn it. The morning show.
The morning show. We have a Fireman Friday coming up. We're gonna roll back some of that good Twilight, maybe just that one movie for all we know. I don't know. This Sunday, there's a lot going on, and all the links I believe are up. So turn them off for that and join us, please.
Absolutely. But y'all, thank you so much for being here. Have the most amazing night. And we will see y'all tomorrow for them Game of Thrones.